But now she's filing a $20 million civil lawsuit against former athletes turned podcaster Shannon Sharpe, his media company Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and their producer.
I'm single, not married, not going through a divorce, but it was just a fan participation moment.
The title of this video is Shannon Sharpe just destroyed his life again. God damn. Oh, Matthew.
He's 6'4", 260-pound, all muscle brick house. Go
Pause, Flacco.
hunt some animals or something, homie. But gossiping with his buddy Chad Ochocinco got them in a lot of trouble because their gossip was apparently a lie. Y'all remember when this lady here went viral, the lustful? She was trying to tongue down the cherry, tongue down something else. Hey. It was going crazy. Well, after this viral video, the rumor mill began to pick up. People began to accuse this woman of being married and accusing this woman of
she wasn't
essentially cheating on her husband, and the husband left her at the result of her cheating on the husband. Now, this was simply a rumor made up on Twitter. No direct sourcing, nothing at all. Just a Twitter.
She can put anything in that mouth. What did he switch? Just drop it. What did we get on the chair?
Cool, meme accusing her of being a married woman getting divorced.
Oh, shit. I didn't see all this. Let me run that back.
Just a Twitter meme accusing her of being a married woman getting divorced after the husband seen the video.
Yo, she hit them cherry balls like 17 times, son. She split them.
Son, I told you don't say that. Don't say that, man. She ain't splitting that.
Shout out to the splitting the cherry ball.
Spitting on tied it in a knot.
Yo, big giant lady split your balls.
Well, Shannon Sharpe and Ochocinco, who's in charge of a multi-million-dollar company, they decided that a Twitter meme was enough to stake their reputation and their livelihood on. And Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco did an entire segment pretty much discussing her cheating on her husband as if it was facts.
I saw that on stage. Hold on. I saw that. Husband claimed she never kissed him in public and was shocked she would kiss a complete stranger in front of 20,000 people.
Shannon was reading a quote from the husband that didn't exist. He got completely hoodwinked.
Everything is allegedly on this show.
Everything allegedly.
And we allege all this shit. I don't know nothing.
We don't know.
We don't even know if they was cherry balls. They could have been maraschino cherries.
Could have been what?
That's the ones with the
Yeah, I know. What
the Twitter rumor mill. Now, the lady would actually go on like national news, and she would clarify for everybody that she's not married and she's fully single.
Were you in the front row? You never met Usher? How did it happen?
Well, in this particular instance, there's this area where you sit, and it's funny because they say, Mr. Raymond's going to walk past here, do not move. He's going to be just walking through.
Okay.
He wasn't even supposed to stop where we were. It was like magnetic, and he smells like vacation.
Why did he pick you?
Well, it was
Why not, Larry? Why not?
One of the young ladies was telling him I'm a retired homeschool mom, and that this should be her moment, not hers. And the lady was from the UK, and he said, well, come on over here because I just finished homeschooling my daughter, who finished all her studies last year.
Oh, yeah, she has a doctorate at 17.
At 17, yes, ma'am. And so he brought me closer, and I locked in. I brought out all the Broadway magic that I had, but it was easy. He has a magnetic personality, and I'm really excited about this opportunity.
You wouldn't touch it?
Yeah, you touch it. Yeah, if I'm going to catch a case.
Nothing.
Yeah, you can't stroke her shoulders.
None of that shit.
No, just drop the cherry ball, stem it all in the mouth. Take that, get your ass.
Flick that shit out. I ain't giving up cherry balls no more. Too many allegations.
Because now the Harold Washington is getting a lot of play. People are following things that my daughter is doing, but with that does come some ups and downs.
Oh, yeah.
So I first saw this on X. Somebody shared the video and said the description of the video was that, like, been divorced her because of her connection with Usher and everything else. So that's just completely not true.
That is completely,
just to get that out there, because a lot of people are seeing this video in that context.
Completely false. I am single. I am a retired homeschool mom looking to expand the arts here and across the pond. I am single. You got a cherry? Give me a jingle. Who knows? She's getting cherry.
She did a few more interviews to clarify that she was single because it was really affecting her personal life and her reputation. This is a lady who's known as an educator in her community. Her daughter got a doctorate degree at 17. She got one of the best homeschool programs in the world.
Gangster.
And she's well respected. So when people is doing podcasts and comment on Twitter and slandering her, and letting the world know that she just cheated on her husband, people was looking at her like, huh? You said. So she did multiple interviews trying to clear it up, but she really couldn't overcome the biggest platform probably in urban media, which is, like Club Shay Shay, which is Nightcap, which is Shannon Sharpe and Ocho. Them pushing that out there gave her a steep hill to climb. But even when she realized what they did, she wasn't trying to sue. She was just asking them to take things down, to delete the audio, the video from all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. But when she reached out to Shannon Sharpe and Ocho and the team to take it down, they began talks with her. They took, I think, the YouTube video down at some point. But once she asked them to take down the stuff from Apple Music and Spotify and the audio, they just ceased communication with her completely.
This quote that they're reading from the husband is not a real quote because she doesn't have a husband. So she said that they took that right there, and it, because this clip, right, she says that she has like a homeschool program. She's like the top homeschooler in the country. She was on a Zoom. Some of the men from the people that she works with came on a Zoom and said they were upset at her because her story is that she's a single mom and she had to do a lot by herself, including homeschool her child, right? The men came on and said, well, why are you hiding your husband and emasculating him and not giving him credit for helping you raise your child? We heard Shannon Sharpe say blah 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 about your husband because of the Usher concert, and that's how she even knew that it was happening. She reached out to them. She gave them ample time, according to Ms. Tillman, to remove things and to publicly apologize. She says that they pulled it down off of where you could view it on YouTube and other platforms, but not from Apple. As of yesterday, she claims that it was still on Apple. We went and checked today. It's not on Apple anymore. But she wanted to make it clear that this is not like a shakedown attempt or anything like that. She gave them time. She wanted things removed. Once communication kind of faded out and they weren't responding to her, she then filed the lawsuit. And they are in conversation for a settlement, but she says that she even plans to use this as an example when she goes and speaks to Congress not too long from now, because
she's going to Congress now? Wait a minute.
God damn.
I was on that side all the way up to Congress. Like
she filed, changed the law.
Yeah. She wasn't.
Nah, son, what Biggie say, man? No more money, more problems, man. More money, more problems.
But to be fair, look, man, they were disparaging her reputation. They are huge. The whole world, shit, we even reacted to it.
Club Thick.
So the whole world was repeating this, and I don't know about Shannon Sharpe and them, but we look for a reputable source.
No doubt.
And I don't remember who we reacted to, but I would have considered them a reputable source. If they said it, I would have considered, okay, that would have been like, say we would have get sued. We'd have been like, listen, we ain't make this up. We got this.
Yeah, that's slander.
Yeah, that's slander. So it's a reasonable lawsuit. I don't know if it's $10 million worth.
No, I think it was 20. They said
20 or whatever. I don't know if
she won it, and she going to Congress.
But what were you? Right, that's the part.
God damn.
You see fucking Shannon Sharpe in Congress? I do not recall.
Tight ass suit on.
I don't recall. I plead the fifth.
It's more about journalistic integrity and the fact that people can take anything and do anything.
Oh, she asked them to take it down and they didn't take it down.
They removed it. So they removed it from some platforms, but it wasn't removed, she says, from Apple. And she sent me a screenshot of it being still up on their Apple platform at one point. Yeah. But as of today, we went and looked today, it's not there. But she is alleging that it was still there, and that's what made her say, you know what, I'm going to file the lawsuit because I've asked for these things to happen and they haven't.
I don't need a law degree to understand that Shannon Sharpe is cooked F, man. Because the lady went above and beyond, right, to say, hey, listen, this is defamatory. She clarified it's defamatory, and it never came down. Like, y'all kept it up.
Prove the identity that it's her. We got that. She needs to prove the publication. She can do that. It went viral. But the negligence again, she needs to prove that the statement was made with reckless disregard for the truth or negligently. Did Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco make these statements recklessly? Did they disregard the truth? Well, I think they did, right? She's not married. She went on numerous TV shows apparently to try to prove that she wasn't married. She contacted them in numerous ways, according to her, to let them know that she was not married, and they disregarded all of her communications. This lady was pretty serious about trying to clear this up, but it all went to no avail. Now, I can tell you, we can kind of go a little bit deeper in the weeds about whether this lady is famous, whether she's a public figure or not. I'll just tell you pretty quickly that if you're a public figure, it's much harder to win these defamation cases because you're putting yourself out there in public. But the law says that if you're a private figure, then it's much easier to win on these claims.
Right.
She was pulled up on stage at this Usher event. And even though she went on news media to try to correct the narrative, the law is probably going to consider her a private figure. And that's going to make this a lot easier for her to win. So I think she's got the negligence factor too. The law is going to try to protect her a little bit because she's a private person. And you have Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco who have millions and millions of followers and subscribers on their platforms making content about this lady who is not putting herself out there to be ridiculed like this. The fourth element is falsity. She's going to need to prove that the statement that she was married during this time was false. She's going to need to prove that her husband is not filing divorce papers against her. She's going to need to prove that those statements are all false. That's going to be easy for her. She's going to be able to testify that she's not married, and then Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco are not going to be able to produce a marriage certificate showing that she was married at the time of the event. The last element is harm, all right? She's going to need to prove that the statement caused material or reputational injury. Now again,
it definitely caused reputation because the whole world
knows about this.